Hello and welcome back, everybody. Akamondiela here, and the final video for the triple upload for today. We have Surtur's Devouring Flame coming out tomorrow, the final of the Sinister Dominion quests. So I do know that a couple people did ask me to do a video like this, which is going to be a preparation video. So what adventures are going to be good for this fight based off of well, what we have already. So I'll be giving my recommendations, some very good units to recommend, and I will only be doing expert because expert is going to be the farming stage. All right. If you guys do care about master, you will need to. I wouldn't say figure it out. Learn the mechanics. Pretty much. I know that, like, for example, Reddit, they'll be talking about it for a few days. You will be seeing team comps on there. So the Reddit will be something great you guys can consider, as well as other YouTube and other Dragalia YouTubers as well. I'll be streaming Surtur tomorrow. So be sure to check out the Twitch link down below. That way you guys can catch Surtur live and maybe even catch a few farming sessions as well. Really trying to make sure we work up those water weapon slots as fast as possible, because I want to get them done and just send them out of my brain. All right, that's what I'm going to do tomorrow. So yes, we also know that he comes out tomorrow. We already have two Imprints, being two resistance Imprints, which is going to be great. And obviously everything else we already know about because it's every other Dominion. So what are some units that are going to be recommended? All right. So immediately what comes to mind, Gallimascula, he's going to be a great Nihility unit, especially if they are going to be hit count based. He's going to be he's going to be really strong. We do have Regina, who just came out, and I feel like she might be over Gallimascula for this case, all right? And I do have one main reason for that, all right? Because the following two units that have dropped, which was Sandeflon and Halloween, not Laxi, Silas. I almost forgot his name. Halloween Silas, as of dropping tomorrow, that is day one of Surtur. They will all have the special thing of removing all afflictions, and also dealing multiple afflictions. So more likely this fight is going to be affliction based. So definitely keep that in mind. So with that knowledge now, more likely Regina and or Sandeflon will be recommended on the team. So actually, I'm going to go to Sandeflon very quick. So obviously, Sandeflon will have this same mechanic. Let me actually find it on here where it says cleansing. I actually can't find it on here. I know it's in here somewhere, but there's so much goddamn text, and I kind of want this to be a quickie too. Up there it is. Removes all afflictions. I found it at the end. So yes, removing all afflictions, grant silver damage, and I can also deal damage as well, and the multiple afflictions on top of all that. So she is going to be very, very good for this, all right? She's going to be the best healer recommended. I don't know if they fixed her as of the version update. I'll have to, like, really, really deep dive, but I just don't know right now. But she's going to be recommended. In case if you don't have Sandeflon, Nurse Aileen, I do know that her trial is coming out pretty soon. So just in case if you don't have a good water healer, Nurse Aileen is literally the next best in Nihility option for healing. So whether or not you have Omnisite or willing to shell out a few bucks and save 2 chests for the ×2 daily, and literally get her maxed, if not nearly maxed, within 1 week, you are more than welcome to do so, and wait a little bit on that day, day 1 clear, because Nurse Aileen is definitely very, very good. Another unit, Lapis. I know that Lapis is definitely going to be tried out for this because of constant dispels, hit count galore. She is also going to be a very, very good option. She's shining in Legend Twins. She's probably going to find some form of usage now. and even in like M Lilith as well, she's still pretty damn good for that. I do want to talk about Dragalia Lily very quickly. She can work, but it's just that her healing isn't obviously that up to par, and also it's a 40% over damage, whereas most people nowadays are having 50%. I know that water is kind of hovering around that 40 area, so this might be fine, but she can be beefy with the over damage thanks to the increased strength that she can give. So she's definitely an option, as well as being dual res. But however, if you are running her, an option I might recommend is let's see if I can find her. Yes, is Gala Elisan. All right. She's had her trial come back a multitude of times, and she is going to be incredibly good, especially if you have the S1 unlocked, which I believe is a little bit later on the mana node. Yeah, it's literally mana 67. So pretty much where most units want to stop at in order to get their complete kit. So if you have a Gala Elisan at this point, she is going to be an incredible option. All right, she can give strength amps. She gives 15% strength, a small regen, a lot of tanking capabilities. Hell, she might be very, very good for auto lead comps. So she's most definitely an option to start to consider as well. Look up the swords. I know that Summer Ayasu came out. He is also good at amps. He can do some skill spamming as well. He is on the limited side though, so I don't think a lot of people will have him exactly. But however, he still could be a pretty nice unit to consider, just in case if you do have a sword and nothing much else. He could be really good. Oh yes, Human Mercury. She could potentially be a very good option as well. You do need to main her in order to take advantage of her Mercury via unique shapeshift. Frostbite, a strength amps galore, and also can give everybody a burn res, so therefore potentially turning everybody into a dual res. So that is going to be really nice. And she also has some survivability baked in via her team strength amp. So pretty much for her, you want strength amps. It is possible to make a full strength amp based team. I've actually tried it. It is a lot of fun. It's seriously fun to do. But well, it is careful, right? You do need to be careful with it, because the instant you lose your strength amps, she does start to fall off just a little bit. But she's most definitely an option if you do have the correct team assembled. Feeny is a lesser Lapis, so I'm just gonna hop over her. Also shares axe with Gala Elisan. Pretty much for your axe slot, you want Gala Elisan. I'm just saying that as a fact right now. Lances, maybe Fabless Tobias, depending on how much he moves. Or how much, depending on how much you need to move. Because that's his main issue, is that he's just rooted in place. So he could potentially become a good option as well. I don't remember exactly how well he performs. He does have a freeze, does have a flurry crit rate. So that's a flurry devastation, apologies. So he could have some usage. He very well might have some usage. So he's one to at least consider on the back burner. Hainan, she doesn't have the luxury of immediately unlocking her sigil. Because well, I do know that a bunch of people, they did pick her up because they did enjoy her character via both parts of the most recent raid event. So is she an option I would really heavily consider? Not really, mainly because with her, she needs a little bit more to really get up and running. She needs a little bit more. And unfortunately, I think it'll just take a little bit too long in order for her to properly build her up. So I'm gonna have to say a no on her. I'm really trying to think right here. The only other options I would even possibly consider is possibly Lily, just in case if you need a freeze. just in case if you need to freeze desperately, you could consider her. Just in case if it's like incredibly hit count based, I do know that Surtur can provide that via her first skill and even her standard attacks. This is only if it's incredibly hit count based and she can be your a support unit. That's the only way you're going to have a use out of her. And Yoshitsune kind of falls under the similar situation as Sharpshooter Saris. To as where it's hit count based, she is counter based, so there's that. It is possible to clear stuff with her, but I wouldn't go exactly tooting my horn. So I feel like that is probably going to be about it for units I would recommend for Surtur. And once again, I'm mainly emphasizing Surtur, mainly because this is where everybody will be farming, where people are going to get all the teams up and running. Master is a one-time clear. So I would not stress over Master immediately. Just focus on getting Expert down, on getting your water slots up and running. That's what I would recommend. Then you can try Master at a later date. Maybe when you can update your box a little bit more. Maybe when a couple other stuff starts to come out, rendering him a little bit easier. All right? You don't need a day one Master. I know a lot of people do that. You don't need to do it. Sure, the flex is nice, but I would rather have Path of Least Resistance, in my opinion. It just saves me a lot of gray hairs. So hopefully you did end up enjoying this video, and to everyone, I wish you all the best of luck when Surtur drops tomorrow, and I should see some of you in the live stream tomorrow. I'll see you all then.